Welcome to Hop on Calls, a short, tactical, and practical podcast for outbound sales professionals looking to level up their game by learning from actual cold calls that I make every week live on LinkedIn. My name's Kevin Hopp, and I'm all about helping outbound sales professionals hone their craft and build high-quality pipeline. Let's dive right in and see what we can learn in this episode.
How we doing, everybody? Back again for another episode of Hop on Calls. What are we going to do today? We're going to make some actual live cold calls. It's a little bit like a car accident. You can't help but to look, but you know it might be bad. You know it might not be as bad as you think it's going to be, but most people think that they don't want to do it. That's why I do it. I do it live every Tuesday. I'm bringing on guests. My guest this week, Shane. How we doing, brother?
I'm doing really good. It's evening in the UK. First live appearance for cold calling of the year. So excited to be here, man. Thank you for having me on the show.
Absolutely. Shane, you earned a spot on the show by showing up to the show and talking trash in the comments saying, hey, I can do better. You should be doing it different. You should be doing it this way. And I said, hey, Shane, why don't you step up here and flex those muscles? So I'm really happy that we made time to do this, that you're coming on. I'm doing a bit of a European tour, it seems. I had Charlotte on last week. She was sitting in Madrid. She's British. I got you this week. Where are you in the UK? Are you out in London?
I'm by the Queen's Castle, so a lovely place called Windsor.
Windsor. Yeah, that's actually something I have heard of because of all the royal stuff going on. We did this last week. I thought it was pretty cool. Everybody shout out where in the world you are sitting today. I am in sunny Southern California. The sun is shining. I've got my garage open here in my office. So this is actual natural sunlight you're seeing coming in. Shane, you're outside of London and Windsor. I'd love to hear where everyone else is. And while we're listening to everyone talking about where they're at in the comments, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsor today, Kixi. Your all-in-one business telephony solution, but more importantly, more than just giving you a phone line to call people, Kixi actually has a product suite. They have a power dialer feature that I'm going to be using to make dozens, hundreds of calls in a short period of time to reach prospects and have more conversations. I talk about it again and again and again. And Shane, we're going to get into this a bit today during the show. Modern outbound needs a few things, right? What I always talk about is you need people who are trained and know what they're doing. You need a process that they're going to use, not just random, not just, hey, figure it out, and technology. People, process, and technology. You blend them all together. That's what I do here at Hop. Oh, wait, where is it? Right here. Hop Consulting Group. I got this cool swag that I'm wearing here. But that's what I do. That's what I help organizations with. Shane, you know a thing or two about sales technology, don't you?
A little bit. I could say a little bit. Know a little bit about a lot. What would you like to know?
Well, before we talk about sales technology, let's get to dialing, and then we can talk while it's ringing. Before we start dialing, last thing before we start dialing, Shane, who are you going to be calling today, and what are you trying to accomplish with your calls?
So I'll be calling a list of 137 CROs only. And look, I'm just looking to see if they want to have a conversation about meeting pre-qualified buyers. And then obviously when we set up a call, I'll explain how it works. Very simple, just to get some engagement, build some familiarity. That's what we're looking to do right now.
Okay. So CROs talking about pre-qualified leads. If a CRO says that they don't want to have more qualified leads, what are they doing?
Scratching their ass.
That might be what they're doing. That might be
probably doing the wrong thing then, right?
Yeah, I would think that would be the wrong thing for sure. Shout out to Layla in Nashville, Tennessee, Franklin, Lima, Peru, land of the alpacas, amazing food. Did I hear recently that Peru closed Machu Picchu? I heard that because the government there is going through all sorts of economic things, but I don't know. Hope Machu Picchu opens up soon. I'm going to go ahead and press go on my side to see if we can have conversations. For those not familiar with the show, we're going to be talking, Shane and I, back and forth. But then when we get to connect, we're abruptly going to stop and be in the call. So we're going to call while we're talking, because if we just called, it'd be kind of boring. We don't want it to be boring. But I'm going to be calling on behalf of my client, Silver Sky Technologies, cybersecurity company. They do outsourced cybersecurity. Hey, this is Kevin with Silver Sky. Is this Srinivas?
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Kevin. I'm with a company called Silver Sky. I know I'm catching you out of the blue here. Did I catch you with a minute to have a cold conversation, or are you heads down on something else?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fantastic. Well, Srinivas, the reason I was reaching out today, my company, Silver Sky, we specialize in helping businesses, a little bit like yours, develop a very proactive cybersecurity posture. And we understand most businesses have something in place when it comes to cybersecurity. It's 2023. I'm not telling you anything you don't know already, but we also hear from our customers and prospective customers really consistent challenges when it comes to the visibility that they have into their cybersecurity program, or if they're handling it internally, the bandwidth of their internal staff to handle remediation, respond to threats on time, things like that. I'm curious, any of that resonate with you?
Yeah, we already have everything in place, and we are happy with what we have right now.
Love that. So no challenges when it comes to cybersecurity right now. Totally understand that. Now, if you would allow me to ask, are you guys outsourcing cybersecurity to an outsourced partner, or do you have an internal team with the security operations center and all that good stuff?
We're not supposed to tell the details. Those details are confidential.
Totally understand. I understand that, talking details with a stranger on the phone, probably not a good idea. The only reason I'm asking is when we find folks like yourself that have no cybersecurity gaps that they know of, and they say, hey, things like, hey, I'm not in the market for cyber, this and that. When we show them our Lightning platform and what we're able to do with our data science backed MXDR platform, they generally say things like, I didn't know this existed. This is an evolution on the concept of MDR that I've already been using. It's kind of enlightening. Now, I don't know. Are you partnered with an MDR vendor today?
That's what I told you. We can't provide you the details.
Okay, you can't give me any of the details.
I can't give my SSN and my house plan to you for a stranger. No way. Thank you.
Right. No, it makes sense. Srinivas, do you think would you be open-minded? What was that?
You can talk to your IT executive who doesn't know the technical things. He may accept it. I'm a technical guy. I do everything by my hands. I touch it, I feel it, I know what it is. I'm not a person who dictates 10 people do that, look for the software, create a ticket. We don't do that. Thank you.
Okay, that makes sense. So you wouldn't be the person to speak to about cybersecurity strategy as a whole, so is what you're trying to say.
I'm the person who takes care of everything, and I'm telling you, we are happy. We don't need anyone's help at the moment, and we don't provide you details what we use.
All right. Well, Srinivas, thank you for the information, and you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
All right, cheers. Okay.
I'm holding my dialing when you're on the phone, right? That's what you want to do?
If I'm on a call, don't call, because then if we both talk at the same time,
exactly, it'll clash.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I'm pausing when.
Let's talk about that call. This guy's name was Srinivas, director of IT. I get in there, I give my full pitch. What does he say? What's the first thing he says? He says to me,
"Who are you?
Cybersecurity. We're good. We're good. I have it covered. I have no problem."
Hey, is this Patrick?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, Patrick. You're speaking to Shane. Look, I do know I'm an interruption, and I know you're very, very busy. I've got you down as the managing. Is that right?
Yeah.
Look, I wanted to speak to you about putting you and your team in front of more pre-qualified buyers by better understanding your audiences. I wanted to know who should I speak to about that.
Yeah, I think you should probably improve your targeting.
Oh no, why is that?
Well, you clearly don't know what we do, so it's okay.
Do you make sales?
No.
No? Okay, cool. I might have the wrong guy. Look, I do apologize. Have a good day though. No worries, mate. Bye-bye. So he says...
You barked up the wrong tree a little bit, eh?
Oh, yeah. So this guy says... That's why. I don't know how he popped in. He's moved roles.
There you go. That happens.
So this guy was, he was a CRO up until July of last year. Now he's family office focusing on investments. So definitely wouldn't need anything there.
Very different. So one thing I do want to wrap up on that last call, because it took up a little bit of our time, and there's a really important learning lesson here. And it dovetails nicely into this idea of the buyer's pyramid. So a lot of times, like the old guard, I call it the old guard, like the old fashioned way of selling is solve people's problems, just solve problems. And the idea that, like, when I go outbound, when I'm trying to find new business, when I'm going to call somebody or send emails, I'm just going to be looking for problems. That's all I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Let's put a pause on that idea that the old guard is only looking for problems. That's all I'm doing if I'm old-fashioned selling. The buyer's pyramid tells me in my market, my mature B2B market, only 3% of people are buying now. 1 to 3% of people are buying right now. That's it.
Yep.
Then I've got 30% that are maybe buying, meaning they have the business challenges, but they're not quite in the market for a solution just yet. Then we have a whole big piece of the market that should be buying because they have the challenges, but they're unaware that there even are possible solutions, or they're not even sure they have the business challenges, but they're somewhere in the realm. But then we're always going to have about 3 out of 10, 30% of the people that will not be buying what you do, period, full stop. And that's really important for somebody who goes outbound to remember and to understand, because you're going to run into guys like Srinivas, who I just talked to, who said, I do not have challenges with cybersecurity. I hear that you do cybersecurity, and I'm not going to tell you, because I'm a cybersecurity professional, I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing for cybersecurity. And that's the conversation. So what I did, and what I talk about in my online course, Shane, a little bit, like for anyone out there, you've seen me do this if you've seen my online course. I've got a few hundred people that have done it. The two things you should always talk about on a cold call are business challenges, which I script is always around business challenges, because if you find one of those, ding, 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 that's easy to set.
Yeah, of course. Right?
But also valuable solutions. You can have something, you can have a shinier pen. It's like, these are both pens, they both make markings, but this one's red and this one's black. They both do the same sort of thing, right? You have cybersecurity today. I sell cybersecurity. What's different about my cybersecurity? You have to be able to articulate what makes you different, right?
Of course.
Pat Flynn knows a bit about this, valuable solutions, right? So what that means is I talked about data science. I talked about our Lightning platform, MXDR. I threw out some shiny object words. Now, I'm not going to lead with that in the first place, because most people are like, I don't care. So what?
Yeah, of course.
They don't really care because it doesn't align with their needs. But since I for sure know that he doesn't have a business challenge, he said to me directly, I don't have any challenges with cybersecurity. The only other thing I should try to talk about is what makes me different, because that might take him from this maybe should be and move him into buying. It might be. This is a challenge of outbound. This is like the tough part, right? And the old way of cybersecurity, or the old way of selling in general, of only looking for problems, you're only going to be getting this top piece, right? I mean, these are the people that have clear problems. But these guys don't even know they have a problem, right? Problems. Don't know they have problems. All right. If anybody wants to talk about this, right? I'm very passionate about this. If you guys want to talk about this, slide into my DM, ask questions during the live. Let's talk a bit about this, because for every sort of SaaS product and SaaS company out there, software-based solution, I've seen 100 different ways to create scripts around this. But if you only go after people that have problems, if you're only looking for people that have their hair on fire, you're never going to sell a fire extinguisher. Like think about the fire extinguisher industry. They don't sell fire extinguishers to people that have fires. You sell it to people to prevent fires. You sell it to people that don't want a fire. And then they see it as a valuable solution to a problem they may or may not have or they had in the past. That's exactly the metaphor you want to think of when you're selling your stuff, when you're setting meetings to talk about your stuff. It can't just be my hair's on fire, because not enough people, only the top little bit of the market has their hair on fire. It needs to be people that could have their hair on fire.
Hey, Bill, how you doing? This is Kevin with Silver Sky.
Silver Sky?
Yeah, Bill. We never met before. I know I'm catching you a bit out of the blue here. Do you have a minute? Just 1 minute. I'll tell you exactly why I called.
No, this is my cell phone. If you want to send it to my email, then we can go from there.
Sounds good. I will do that. I only reached out to this number. I had done a quick Google. It came up associated with you. Is there a better number to have a conversation with you?
I'd just go ahead and start with email. Yep.
Okay, so when you get emails from people you don't know, you read them and respond to them? Because when I get emails from people I don't know, I hit trash.
Okay. Well, you just told me what your company was, so I'll be looking for that.
Nice. All right. Look out for it. Silver Sky. I'll send that over right away. Okay.
Nice
job.
Put you off there.
Nice job.
Yeah. So Bill said, send me an email right away. Then I hit him. So he said two things. He said, this is my cell phone. Send me an email. So I hit him with the reality. What's the reality? It's a paradoxical thing in his head. He wants an email, but if I sent him a cold email, he would have deleted it.
And that's all we got for today's episode of Hop on Calls, powered by Kixi. Be sure to tune into the live recordings every Tuesday on LinkedIn. Would love to have your comments, reactions, questions. It's a really good learning environment for anyone that is looking to do outbound sales better. If your organization is actively focusing on this, feel free to reach out to me, Kevin Hopp, on LinkedIn, or go to hopconsultinggroup.com. I'll see you next time. Cheers.